watching me. I'm looking at her, and she looks at me, and I look at her. I feel absolutely horrible tonight, so we'll see how long this goes. Also, my bloop tubes came in, so I'm happy. There you go. Damn it. Yeah, I'm off tonight, man. So don't worry about the spot on my shirt. It's semen. Let's see here. I feel absolutely crappy right now. I need you people to wake me up. Let's see. Un momento, por favore. Looking for my ammo. Opus. Umpe. 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 My flashbang, my concussion, and my super breakers. Won't be here for what? You'll be fine. Just bear with me, all right, kids?
But, hey man, what's going on?
Yeah. It's the oops. Friday, all right, so I don't have to actually be around. Got it. All you people talking without me. Hey, what's up? Hang in there. Osmotic, what's up? Third down from the top. Where third down from the top, my friend? I'm pumped going to the range with the Tavor X95 tomorrow for more jaw rattling blasting. 4 pickles and a Red Bull will perk you right up, bud. All right, well, maybe I will. It is not a flare gun. It's a 37 millimeter signal launcher. I have both the underbarrel and the standalone, which you see up there. Third down in the middle, that is the Gerson 2311 Match X double stack 1911. So that's the other one that came in this week. So thank you to Gerson for the Match X to review, and thank you to Ordnance Group for the bloop tube, as I'm calling it. Like I said, that's a 37 millimeter launcher, and they're sending me a bunch of the ammo, which won't be here till Friday. You love it? Yeah, it's a pretty nice gun. Both the bloop tube and the 2311. I did a quick shorts on it. The 2311 from Gerson is a massively improved version of the gun. Gerson came out with the 2311 last year, maybe even earlier than that, and the gun itself was at best okay. And they came out with the new version of the 2311, which is their revision. It has a much better trigger. That one's about 4.5, 5 pounds, which is not bad. I might be on the heavy side. I got to dig out my trigger line gauge, just double check. Has a much better feeling grip, and it's got the integrated comp on the end of the barrel. So that is all stuff that is positive. So we'll have to wait and see how it shoots. Eat my shorts. I like thick gals. Hey, I never said that your mom wasn't thick. I just said that I think people over-exaggerate when they say that 2011s are too wide. They're not too wide. You just need to stretch more. Use a couple more fingers before you really jump in with them. You know what I'm saying? You know, really open it up. DB, you know what I mean. And you know that I know. So there was no ill will. Hearing thumbed up. What's up, Dale? You shoot the 37 millimeter yet? No, I have not. I just got it yesterday, and I don't have the ammo for it. Hi, what are we talking about? Jace, this is a pretty chill, laid-back place where we can talk about whatever. We're talking right now about firearms because that's the principal thing on this channel, but we also talk about cars, computers, life in general. We avoid religion and politics just because my opinion doesn't matter to you. Talking about boating and flare guns, yeah. Amazon Carson says Pride. What about it? Statham versus Stallone, both in their prime. Technique would be Statham, but just strength, pure strength, Stallone is definitely stronger than Statham when you're talking about prime. Statham has never, obviously he's fit, right? Because he can do all the shit he does, but he's never been Stallone fit. You know what I mean? How do you feel about the Rhino revolver and have you shot it? I have shot one. The design is interesting. I hate Chiappa, and the quality control on the early guns makes me avoid them like the plague. Video recently, some dude in like a Porsche shooting a dude with a flare gun in Florida. That makes sense. Stallone is like 5'6". He's actually 5'8" or 5'9". It's just everybody is taller than him. Oh, you shot your own hand with the Glock. That sucks. Nice weapon systems. Thank you, Jonesy. How you doing tonight? I'm waking up. Sorry. I ate dinner and then I sat and watched some stuff on YouTube and fell asleep. And then when I woke up, I was dead nuts tired. So now I'm just recovering. Boom, boom. Yeah, 9 inches. Yeah, gotcha. Statham is well versed in martial arts. 100% true, Jude. Absolutely. Jason Statham knows many different techniques. He's very skilled. He has high technical proficiency. Like I said, technical ability, Statham is light years ahead of any of Stallone's characters. Stallone's characters have never been subtle or been a finesse user. He's always been a big-ass guns or straight acts of physical strength. Thoughts on Hunter S. Thompson? Don't really have any. That's an odd one. Miss DB loves that guy. Jason Statham. I can't do his voice because it's such a great accent. All good. It's last midnight here in the UK, but I'm working late tomorrow, so staying up. Gotcha, brother. I don't know martial arts, but I know Marshall Matt Dillon. Ha 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 ha. I know karate, kung fu, taekwondo, and a whole bunch of other cool sounding words. G21 all day, every day. Man, you are making a shit ton of money if you're government level 21. Favorite gun you have? All my 1911s are my favorite platform, my favorite guns. The new favorite is probably the Para Ordnance, which is the stainless double stack 1911 behind me. That's a really cool one. Also the Mac guy from the weapons show. Who? Statham's movie had 4 optional plots. I love the frame Winchester. Is that yours? If so, did you ever shoot it? It's a non-firing replica, Jude. It's a model of an 1886. That's it's a display piece. That's why it's in a shadow box. Favorite song? My favorite song ever would probably be Enter Sandman from Metallica is probably up at the top. Not one, several dozen. Staying Alive from the Bee Gees. Yeah, Bee Gees were cool back in the day. You like the Glock 19? Good to hear. Happy for you, Brady. Saying, ew, Metallic. Dude, Metallica was cool. Now they're classic rock. Literally, their songs appear on classic rock because they've been in the business so long. But when Load first came out, the album, and it's literally blood and semen, and then Reload comes out, and then all the other stuff, and then dude, James Hetfield, that's his name, right? Stands right in a firework, gets all burnt to shit, and instead of canceling their entire tour like pussies do now when they get the sniffles, he frickin' is standing there, arm all done up, his whole body's burnt up, and he's singing like a maniac. That takes some dedication right there. Can or fountain soda, what's your preference? I don't drink much soda anymore. When I do, it's usually a zero product. So as long as it's a zero product, I don't care if it's can or fountain. Justice for All was a good album. Oh, I'm not saying any of the new stuff is any good. I just like the old stuff. Jude, thank you. Appreciate the sub. Thank you so much. That's what runs this channel, my guy. I don't ask for money. I ask for likes and subs. So you ahead of the curve. Appreciate that one. Rock and Roll All Night from Kiss. Kiss is weird, man, because Kiss seems like they're a hardcore band, but they're really not. Yeah. Although I prefer, what's his name with shorter hair. I don't like the long hair look. Even when I had long hair. I had long hair, I looked like a dude trying to look like a guy who wasn't trying to look like a girl. The Winchesters make me want to chuck my great-granddad's red uniform on. All right. I wouldn't recommend it here. People may look at you a little bit weird. Old Metallica was great. Rip Cliff Burton, one of the greatest rock bassists ever. Agreed. Do you have a Glock 19? Yes, I do. John, hello. Can you play video games? Not since I lost my thumbs in a horrible, horrible ham cutting accident. It's really hard for me to do things because, you know, it's like... You like guys with short hair? Yeah, I prefer them. You know, it tickles less when they're... Anyway. For the time they were hardcore. Agreed. Maybe not in the States or anywhere, really. I say, good sir. In Canada, you could probably get away with it. Drapes match the carpet. Balding and thinning? Yes. Do you like Metallica, the band? Yes. How's the diet been? I cheated yesterday, and it made me feel like crap all day today. I had some fried chicken and some Texas toast yesterday, and I carb overloaded, I think, because I feel like shit today. Johnny Sparks is your old name? Okay. Show us the smallest bullet you have right now. I don't like to pick up ammo or anything right now on live streams because YouTube is starting to crack down again on YouTube, on creators, so we're going to avoid any real chances of getting banned. Oh, Minnesota, eh? Artillery launcher on top. It's a 37mm signal launcher from a company called Ordnance Group. Good dudes. They reached out to me out of literally nowhere. They're like, hey man, we dig your channel. We make these 37mm signal launchers. Do you want to check them out? I'm like, yeah. So they sent me that one and the underbarrel. I just forgot to put the underbarrel up. I had one orange, one avocado, and one tomato. I had just a bowl of vegetables and some ravioli today. That's all I've had today. But I still feel like shit. Thoughts on Rush? In what respect, Jude? Is that a band? You're allowed to treat once in a while. If you could go full turkey, you'd end up relapsing and binge eating. Oh, I'm trying my best. I just, like I said, it just, my body, I could do it without it. I need to just stick with what I have. So I need to make my chicken, grill my own chicken, things like that. I really just don't need to be eating pre-made chicken. That's my problem. I like the metallic taste left in my mouth after I get shocked. What's your favorite rock band? Gary, we already talked about that. Metallica. Have I just come into a gun community? Without telling us you are, that's very, very forward of you, sir. And it sounds like you have premature ejection. Just kidding, yes. Hey, Mouse. What's the flare gun go for these days? These ones, they're like 400 for the standalone and something close to that for the underbarrel. Dude, I had so much fun. My sister is watching the live right now. Hi, Mouse's sister. How you doing? What's up? Been a while. Mac Dude, what's going on? I always thought ELP was better than Rush. What's ELP? I said enter Sandman, Gary's. Bro, that lever action in the case is stunning. Thank you, Jake. M-Deck, what's up? McManus, you're weird and you're actually closer to them than I am. 11FN NATO. Okay. You got some odd ones in here tonight. People, it's Wednesday, my guy. Wednesday happens to be like, I don't know if it's because people worked Monday and Tuesday and all day Wednesday and they're just all pent up with like psychotic rage, or people on Wednesdays are just more liberal with the use of brain damage. You're awesome. You're the best. Thank you, Lynn. What's the new 2011 you have there? That is the new Gerson 2311 Match X. Finally got my hands on it. They just sent it out to me. I just got it today, and I'll be doing the first look video on Friday, and then I'm taking it to the range on Saturday, assuming my 37 millimeter shells show up, and then I'm going to shoot that, and the Para-Hornets for this weekend's videos. Where are the signs? Are they okay? Yes, they're in the front of the store, and I forgot to put them up. I apologize. If I get up to go to the bathroom, I'll grab them. Am I married? Nope, single. Would G43 barrel work in a 48, trying to do what SIG did with their 365 comp version to a Glock? Yes, so a G43 barrel on a 48 is literally a 43X. So if you have a 43 and a 48, there's no reason to buy a 43X because you're just going to build a 43X. It's a full moon. Oh, I didn't even know that. That's going to make them even funnier. Used to be a local AC company here with post giant billboard is your wife is hot. I think I've seen billboards like that. Make sure you leave a like. Yep. Rush the band. Alex Leifson, Getty Lee, and Neil. Oh, Big Time Rush, right? You have a SIG P320 at all? Yes, I got a few of them. Dude, I thought like you bought like a new DDM4 for $1,000 and a Staccato. Used guns are so cheap now. Bro, that's crazy. That's a good price. You stole the C2. Do I like the WWE? I don't watch any of the WWE anymore. Colorado is in huge trouble. Yes, at the rate they're passing gun control legislature, you guys are screwed. Replays, what's up? Not trying to be a dick here, but what days are you open? Sunday through Wednesday, and by appointment only for Thursday through Saturday. Me, I'm just tired of shit, man. Do you like shotguns or machine guns? I appreciate shotguns, and I don't own a machine gun, so I can't say I love them. The C2 had been scratched, but for $1,200, I had it reshare coded. Yeah, I sold my C2 because, quite frankly, I don't like Staccato. I think they're too overpriced. $1,200 it would be worth keeping, but I got so much money selling mine. I got mine for around that kind of money, and I got rid of it. You got store merch yet for my channel? No. I was doing shirts. I had a run of those made, and I sold them, all the ones I was going to sell. I kept a few for giveaways and stuff, but if I do shirts again, I'm going to get them printed before I announce it. So, favorite movie actor, Mila Jovovich. Just put hands on the new Kimber 2011. It's amazing. I've heard that. Everybody that shot it said it's a very good, well-optioned 2011 clone. So we'll see what happens. Hoodies, you mean? Yeah. When I do it, I'll let you guys know. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm not going to stop in. We'll be cutting close for our hostel, going down, taking a different way up. When were you thinking about, Mountain? You love your Casaint better than the Staccato, and that happens. And like I said, I'm a dollar for value kind of a-hole when it comes to keeping guns that I steal. I don't mean steal, but got for a great price. So I had purchased a Staccato C2 with a Delta Point Pro on it for $1,500. So just about $1,200 if you want to put it that way. And I traded it for. I sold the Delta Point Pro for $400, so then I had $1,100 in the gun, and then I traded the gun for $1,500 and two other guns. So, I mean, there was no reason for me to keep the thing. Panties. Not going to make panties. If you spot in your panties, DB, you should probably get a pad. Wilson Combat EDCX9 is the only 2011 I'd spend more than 3 G's on. I've played with the EDCX9. It's a gorgeous gun. It's just once you get up into that 3K territory, I think the brand I'm going to go with is Nighthawk Customs. That'd be where I'd drop my extra change if I do get the money to drop on stuff. So I've got the STI Grandmaster, which is like a $3,500 gun. That's about my most expensive handgun. Do you like the Heritage Revolver? I have one and use it for small game. Heritage Rough Riders and even the long barrel versions or the Barkeep with the 2-inch versions, I like them all. They're very cheap, but they're not pretentious. They don't act like they're, super Wranglers or anything like that. They're just pretty solid. Hey, Nick, how's it going? Which slimline Glock has more of a 1911 grip? The 43, 43X, or 48? Well, 43X and 48 have the same frame, and the 43 is a short frame. None of them have quite a 1911 grip. They changed the back strap by 7 degrees on the slimline, so it's more like a rear mainspring with a hump A1 style, but it's actually closer to a Beretta 92. Hello, Powder Girl. How you doing? What do you think of diagnostic shooting charts to help you adjust your shooting? I can't say I've ever used a diagnostic shooting chart. How's the Taurus experiment coming along? In what respect, my guy? What's my take on an ARP? Everything is useful to a point. ARPs are good if you're trying to do something that requires something with a shorter overall length. So just, to each use case, if it fits the use case, run it, dude. My neighbor has a Nighthawk, but I like the Wilson because nobody else makes a good carry 2011. Wilson does make fine firearms, 100%. I just, I like full-size government self, so you want the 16-inch barrel Heritage. They're fun as hell, man. Yeah, if you shoot subsonics through it, they're ridiculously quiet. Bought a Cobra Mac 10 recently. All the 90s guns I love are getting expensive. Yes, agreed. They are. Because 2011s aren't great to carry. Too finicky usually. To a point, I agree, McManus, which is also the reason why Staccatos are not hand fit. So you got to be, I think we got to get a little bit more towards the hand fit versus the mass production ones. I guarantee you the tolerance on that Gerson is loose enough that it's probably going to be reliabler, more reliably than, say, a Nighthawk or something. Honestly, a Nighthawk is going to run flawless until you start running weird shit through it. Kids want a chicken parm and lasagna for dinner. That's my day. Chicken parm is awesome, dude. Only the 43X has the 7-degree angle difference. Does a Glock? No, the 43X and the 48 have the exact same frame. The 43, it does not have that grip angle because the 43 has been around since the Gen 3s. No, the Wilson Combat is engineered for carry. That's why I like it best. Oh, no, the EDC X9, 100%. That was designed as a carry piece. Has the external manual safety, but no grip safety. Has the overall feel of a carry gun. I agree. What's the quintessential gangster gun? Not old school Tommy gun gangster, but 2000 Chicago gangster. Glock 27s and Glock 22s. All that 40 cal shit. I don't know why. I guess certain places, when a round is so unpopular, places will sell the guns cheaper. I don't know. But Glocks, and Taurus. Look what Gerson did with the small high-power clone. Why can't FN make a carry high-power? Because they can't even make a real high-power anymore. You got to get the older high-powers if you want a real high-power. What was it? Somebody said the exact same thing, that the new high-power, it's even spelt different. Premature 10 mil. Don't forget high point for gangster guns. I see them less in our area. In fact, our area where I am is more redneck territory. It's more of the rednecks that carry the high points. Get the low power. Yeah, the Taurus gangsters are extra sad. Yeah, they're the guys that can't even run the Glocks, and they're always running shit mags. Or they got a G3C and they're running a 20 round freaking ETS mag in it. It's like, why would you buy a compact freaking gun just to run an extended mag in it? Just know your role, stay in your lane, shut the hell up, and be a better person. High points are even worse. High points, in my opinion, are at least not, again, they're like Heritage, where they're not claiming they make the best guns in the world. They tell you they make a cheap gun. And they have lifetime warranties on them. You snap it in half, which is bound to happen, they'll just replace it for free. So, the Taurus was small slide and a threaded barrel for comp on regular size frame. Oh, yeah, I haven't been screwing around with any of that stuff. I'm still focusing on the store. That particular gun is in the pawn shop. The tactical is anyways. Dude, why are Christensen and Barrett AR so hard to find now? Low production numbers, and Barrett has taken a lot more military contracts, so their civilian gun availability has been lowered in the last 5 years than it's ever been. I have to get off for a little so I don't come back tonight. Y'all keep pushing on that diet. Thank you, Mountain Man. What's the highest quality pre-built AR in 5.56? Well, when you say pre-built, then that includes companies like Knights and LMT and Noveski and all those companies. So it's kind of hard for me to tell you what's the best because I don't play with those high-end guns. I built my AR over time, and I put my AR up against any of their guns. But in terms of pre-built, I just don't have that much of a involvement with them. Sorry. I don't know. On my block, you see a guy carrying a high point. Some stuff about to go down. They just go bang, period. They cheap, ugly, and they work. To a point. Unless you go too fast or forget to spray lube in them. What was the badass Taurus you made with the comp? So that was just kind of me fooling around. I put a Taurus G3 X slide onto a full-size G3 frame, which left room underneath in front of the barrel so that you could fit a comp on it, and I just laid my Harrington Arms comp in there. Barrett sold out to Australians, and they're building a new facility in Tennessee. Ha! Radiant has the best model AR right now. Never messed with that one. Hey, Rock Band. Wait, if they took if an Australian owner now, well, if they're building them here, then they can still have military contracts. It's my first time here, and I can tell you have a genuine passion for firearms. Solid stream. I'm subbing Max. I appreciate that. Thank you. Radiant and Daniel have best out-of-the-box ARs, but B&T is about to release an AR that will blow them all away. Yeah, but if B&T's making an AR, it's going to be like $5,000, isn't it? And I understand that quality does come with value, but you get to a point of diminishing returns. It's kind of like your Staccato, man. At $1,200, the value's there. At freaking $4,000, no. Fast and Lube is Diddy's prison name. Lol. Who makes the best AR? A lot of people do. I've shot LMT and Daniels, but only friends, too expensive to want to buy. Probably $2,500 for the B&T. If the B&T comes in at $2,500 with their implied build quality from their other guns, I'd be interested in checking one out. Close this window. Plug the window. Hey, don't forget to sub and like and shit, guys. Helps me grow the channel. I love you all. And if you don't, then I hate you all. I wouldn't buy any 2011 for more than $3,000 unless it's a Cabot made of Damascus. Yeah, but then you're jumping into that whole other category with Cabot. Cabots are not hand-built guns. They're not custom guns. Cabot and Alchemy. Cabot and Alchemy are owned by the same company, and their guns are not as good as they claim they are. Somehow they played the Glock the block claard, where they do weird guns and different things. They're basically Kel-Tec if Kel-Tec had charged way too much for their shit. I've seen a lot of Cabots with issues straight from the factory, and if you watch a channel called Beretta 9mm USA, talk about pigeonholing yourself into a corner with that one. But they've got a bunch of Cabots, and they've worked with the guys that own Cabot and stuff. And they said that they've on multiple occasions gotten a gun that wasn't even close to what they ordered because Cabot just builds line build guns. They might do hand finishing and stuff, but they're not Atlas, they're not Hayes Customs, so they don't deserve to be that much money. They are show pieces. Yeah. You got your tickets to GunCon. Where are you going? The fact that I'm about to ask this question means no. Where is GunCon? FN doesn't make a bad AR for the price. No, the FN 15 is decent. Interestingly enough, illegal in Maryland because it's a lightweight pencil barrel versus a squad automatic weapon. The FN 249 is legal in Maryland, while an FN 15 is not. Cleveland, got it. Hello, stranger that totally won't kidnap me. I won't kidnap you, but if you come over and hang out in my basement, you can play with Milo. You love your Les Bear. Les Bear is awesome. Oh, by the way, can somebody tell me, because I did a lot of searching, if one of you guys found any more information, what the fuck is up with Larry Vickers? He's still doing gun content, even though he pleaded guilty. How did he, what happened there? Does anybody else know what's going on? What do I think about Jesse James 1911s? I've never put my hands on one. I've never seen one in the wild. I've looked at them on the site and stuff. They're pretty expensive for a kind of an out-of-the-blue, no-name kind of a gun to me. What did he plead guilty to? Improperly importing machine guns. No, improperly importing weapons from Russia and manufacturing machine guns illegally. How the frick is he not in prison? I don't know, but he popped up on my Facebook feed talking about guns and shooting them. So some reason, and I can't find the results of his plea, but he pleaded guilty to it. So I did a little bit more research into the actual case. So they prosecuted him for buying Russian kits and importing from Russia when there's a no import ban. And he was also manufacturing machine guns for 2 different police departments under sample letters. So he was building full auto guns and importing full auto guns for 2 police departments. One of the police departments had no deputies. Literally, it was a one-man sheriff's department, but he kept bringing in machine guns to his department. Another one was a small department. And again, to get even more complicated, those police departments had to submit a request to the ATF to get permission to have those weapons, and the ATF approved their request. So Larry Vickers was basically responding to a request, but he wasn't following proper protocol for issuing machine guns to police departments. GunCon has a bunch of people like you. Yeah, but it's in Cleveland. Just kidding. I have no problem with Cleveland. My mom says that I shouldn't go with strangers, but if Milo is that, I guess it's okay. Yeah, Milo isn't a stranger. Look.
I love you.
Are the signs I made for you okay? Yes, they're up front. That's all. I kept them up on my pegboard up front, and we did the live from up front on Monday. I just never took them off. Why would anyone do that? Why would anybody do what? Create machine guns for police departments that legally have the letters? Money. You can make some money doing that. Yeah, so like this one-man police department, this deputy, this sheriff who had no deputies was like, he had full auto FAMAS, full auto Glock 18 for no reason other than he was flexing his ability to play the ATF. Bruh. So do you know anything about coolant? I want one. No. Someone made a mistake in the system. I don't even know if it was a mistake. I think it was just they saw a police department submission and just said, oh, it's for a police department. The little one is so nice. It's a clone of a baby Browning. You field stripped it today. So nice. Thank you. You're welcome, Mouse. Hey, Michael. Hey, how's it going? Nice. The AR-15 got sold. No, it didn't. Police department with the full auto Glocks is an immediate red flag. He never demoed them, from what I understand. It's not that he didn't demo them; it's that he. Let me get the exact wording of the charges that he pleaded to. So you're gonna read different shit about him. So, but I'm just trying to understand why on his Facebook page he still has. Why he's still actually able to play with guns. So if he took a plea deal, did he somehow take a plea deal that didn't involve gun charges? All right, so what he was actually, so he appealed, or excuse me, he didn't appeal, but he pled guilty to participating in the conspiracy to import and obtain machine guns and other restricted firearms. The restricted firearms part was the Russian stuff that he imported. Can you get a Canik NC9 Prime? I'm having a hard time finding one. Nobody has them. They're not released to the public yet. They've only been released to reviewers, influencers, and I believe they sold at SHOT Show directly to retailers, but nobody actually has them yet. Hey, thank you, Tommy. Comes in with the $5 donation. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate that. I thought I did, since it wasn't on the wall, like new addition to the wall on top. No, that pegboard doesn't have a lot of room, and I wanted the signal launcher up there. I was going to put it where the shotgun is, but the shotgun fits better. Is this the same Vickers that makes the AK slings? Yeah, Larry Vickers is also, he was involved with Tango Down stuff, a lot of other stuff, and he's a renowned, he was a special operations guy. Yeah. Which state are you in? I'm in Washington. You might know how the laws here are. Thinking about making an Idaho run for mags. Lol. What do you think about a move like that? So you got to play within the rules and follow the rules for what your state allows. I know that some of them say that if you own mags of higher capacity, that's fine, but you can't buy them in certain states, and then blah, blah, blah. There's all kinds of rules. I don't tell anybody to go against their state and federal laws just because I don't feel like being in trouble for making any suggestions of that sort. But if you do you, you do you. I think you keep it to yourself and not type it out. No, it's fine. He can do what he wants. So somebody asking a question is somebody asking a question. Yeah. You're special in the kitchen. Is that your kids telling you that? Hey, Ligmo, what's going on? Whew. I am so off right now. My brain is not wordage. Hello, Herbie. How are you? If you're coming in now, leave a like. You're just special. Lol. Oh, so my doctor was like, hey, I want to get you tested for bipolar. I'm like, I am not bipolar. And then I went on a 12-minute rant about how doctors just want to put labels on everybody and make people seem like they're worse off. Nice tube. Thank you. It's my tube. I can put whatever I want. Went to 3 gun stores in Pennsylvania today. Was not impressed. Sorry to hear that, Mouse. I collect AMT guns too. Do you know any specialized dealers who might have a Javelin? I wish I did. I don't know many like collector level dealers or anything like that. I apologize, my friend. You would too if you had my chicken farm. Brother, after talking to you on the phone, I 1000% believe you make an excellent chicken parm. Something tells me you got a family recipe too. You know what I'm saying? Like my family, we got a secret recipe for sauce and for our chicken parmesan. No, local police department arrested 3 women. One I just switched the other day. Was it the OLED or the original? Your collector? I was, but I haven't been collecting in a while. It was like spikes. He was everywhere, then seemingly dropped off the face of the earth even before the charges. So I can understand why he would have, because he started doing things that, I mean, he pleaded guilty to it. So he obviously knew what he was doing was probably going to be eventually catch up to him. Um, I still think the ATF is going too hard on him, anyways, because if they just told him to stop selling to police departments, it would have ended. What about Luigi? Oh, you call me Luigi? Vickers in jail, dude? Are you sure about that? Because if you go to Facebook right now, his page still puts up regular posts. It's all good. I had low expectations. The law already got what I wanted. The show went a little over my budget already, anyways. Nice. So you came across the stream for the first time. Sorry if you've gone over this before. What is that on top? A flare launcher? No, girl. It is a. That just makes you. No, girl. Listen up, girl. Sorry. It's a 37 millimeter signal launcher, but it is capable of firing non-firearms rounds. So, like, it'll shoot fireworks. It comes with reusable. It's called hull. Oh man, I'm about to pass out. But yeah, so it is not considered a firearm. You can literally order those and have them shipped to your door. He has handlers, dude. He's in feds. Yeah, but he just had a video come out. Oh, I got my PHCCW yesterday and visited Gettysburg for the first time. Nice. Haha, cool. Thanks. No problem. You am I okay? I'm just super tired. I was telling at the beginning of the live tonight that I kind of had a cheat day. I had too many carbs yesterday. I had fried chicken and French fries and Texas toast. Did I forget to mention I had French fries? So I carb loaded yesterday, and I'm paying for it today because I haven't done that in months now. So, what can you shoot out the launcher? So again, it's 37 millimeter, and it has reusable shell. So anything you can stuff into the shell, basically. It's obviously smooth bore, and it is coming to me. They're sending me flashbangs, concussive grenades, and fireworks grenades. Haven't been on in a bit. Still feeling rough. I'll be all right. When is it that decide to sell any of your guns, or do you just get tired of them? So some of my guns I'll sell just because I got them for such an extremely good price that the money I make off of them is worth it. There are a bunch of guns, a lot of guns that I just don't sell just because they're mine. They're my private collection. They're guns that nobody really ever sees. They've appeared on the channel. Almost all of my guns at some point have been on the channel. But once they've been on the channel, if they're not something that I'm going to regularly need to use or use to compare against other guns, they go into a safe and then they never come back out. So I also base it on, can I easily replace that gun? So if I have for example, my Springfield operator, which is online, if I can easily replace that gun, I will. Tube is good for when you're on a boat. If you get stranded, you can put a signal flare in the air and get some help. Yep. Literally, that's what it was designed for. So you are absolutely correct. Yeah, Marco, I don't know what you're referring to. It's just been so long since I had fries that even the smell of them sickens me. So I've been having like sweet potato fries in very small doses and stuff like that. But I've been, for the last few weeks, ever since I had the kidney failure again, I've only been eating like vegetables and salads and things like that. Had very small amounts of like ravioli and things like that, but it was usually just the ravioli with nothing with it. And then I've been eating a lot of fresh fruits, fresh vegetables. So, Claymore. Yeah, sorry, brother. My suggestion to make a third attempt at planet. I don't get it. Sorry, Marco. I'm lost. Badass gun collection would hate to make you mad. Nah, I'll protect you. Just be cool. February 24th, sentenced to 5 years and will serve. Yeah, but I don't get it. You had Korean food with your family tonight. It was good. Awesome, Mouse. But when I was growing up, we just called it food because I was Korean. You drink or take meds? Yes, I take meds. Sweet potato fries in an air fryer. I need to get an air fryer. I've been making them on my pizza cooker. I have one of those rotating pizza cookers and you can cook fries on it. Yo, can you show me a Glock 43X? The pink one is a 43X. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more. Gotcha. Might as well pin the 37 millimeter in the comments. Nah, I don't mind people asking. Zipupu plata. Zipupu plata is Chinese, my friend. If you're going to be racist,
I saw her do it right.
if I go any more, actually, that was weird. This eye I couldn't see out of, and that side I saw my youth. You still are Korean, brother. I'm only Korean if I commit a crime. I'm the Tiger Woods of the gun world now. Well, they caved in the sidewall of the gentleman's house. The Korean national, not a Korean national, the Korean man was found to be in possession of hundreds of registered and legally purchased firearms and had never caused any problems, but somebody saw him go squinty-eyed and the police knocked down the wall of his house. Back to you, Beth. Long duck dong. La 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 la. King, what's going on? What about a 5.7? What about a 5.7? They're cool. You have any 50 caliber guns? Not anymore. Sold mine. Rooftops, not Korean. No, it was rooftop people in Koreatown, though. I just saw the Guardian National Guard, usually a National Guard, and basically a Toyota truck with an open cage and seats in the back of the truck, but they were in a troop carrier truck. Interesting. Would you rather have fingers as long as arms or arms as long as fingers?
I am the T-Rex.
So Korean barbecue is just barbecue. If you're in Korea, absolutely. You got the Arsenal World, a 1950s rifle, one shotgun, a Glock, and 3 boxes of ammo. Arsenal. Yep. Now I'm starting to overheat. Great. Mrs. Mouse went back to California yesterday for work. Oh, you're there by yourself? Sorry, bro. Wish her the best. Bing-a-ting is China. Gotcha. My Wish friends don't like that. They're serving themselves at Korean barbecue. You don't have enough money, DB. Awesome, thank you. Someone on YouTube finally pronounced my name correctly. Really? People get that wrong a lot? Don't worry, Kang. I got you. I love Korean sweet spicy fish. I love Korean bulgogi. Why do cops still carry Smith & Wesson M&Ps instead of upgrading to 2.0s? That's a good question. I don't know. Maybe because they aren't complaining enough, or they're cop peoples don't have budgets. Sent you a dick pic. Thank you. Why do cops... Yeah, thanks. At least you made it safely law. I'm wearing my black Jiminy show today right now. Nice. I want a lever action tube. Zero practicality, but flip cocking a tube would make me feel like a big man. Hey, that one's break action, so at the very least you can go bloop, bleep. Skin and Bones me want a Glock 18C with a switch. Glock 18C is switched. You don't add a switch to a Glock 18C. That 2 switches is too much switches, man. You'd be surprised how many people that's how they pronounce it. That's weird, King. Stone, I love you, man. Are you drunk? What do you think about the PSA PA-15 7-inch Marauder? No experience with it personally. PSA is hit and miss when it comes to quality. Just make sure all the parts are there and take it out and shoot it a bunch and make sure you lube the shit out of it. Well, if there's shit in it, probably clean the shit out of it first and then lube it. Good question, though, Mateo. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I feel terrible. I should just rename this live stream to the I think I already have one called that, though. Pray for us gun dudes in Canada. I do. I actually pray more for the people that are getting the guns that are still there out before they get destroyed. I hope they can continue doing it. But since Dum Dum's gone, hopefully they'll do some retroactive reduction of their stupidity. PSTA 10 graded gun. LOL. What do you think the unit mark on my C96 is from? Do you think it's from England? No, I'm not 100% sure, dude. I didn't look too crazy, man. It's a nice 2311 up there. Yes, it is. And it does take standard checkmate mags. It actually came with 2 checkmate mags, and I have spares from the Night Stalker because I only gave you the original mags that it came with. Canadian gun enthusiasts are welcome in the U.S. Anybody that is a loving, free-willed, attention-paying, I can't wordify it. You did a big jibble in my face hole with things. I just want to close my eyes and keep them closed. And not in a bad way, just tired. Nope, just red drink. Unpopular. Unopened 4.6 2 valves are more reliable than any LS. The LS just got popular because it's small and easy to swap. That is a very unpopular opinion. The main reason why the LS is so popular is because they need very little to make a shit ton of power. They also make more power than a 2-valve 4.6 at every RPM range. They also rev higher. No offense. I put a nice set of exhausts on the 4.6. They sound pretty good, though. I'm going to email you a pic of it. My friend thinks it's a 68. I don't know, though. What's my opinion on the SIG P2022? I've had several of them. I just recently sold my FDE one. They're fine. Polymer frame 228, if you want to call it anything. It's fine. I'm literally trying not to pass out. Is it hard to remove a snap thread cutter in a slide? Never tried. What's the topic? Spencer, it's basically whatever you want to talk about, my friend. Just get in here and be respectful. What caliber is the Derringer? That is in 38 Special. When we shotting the 37 millimeter, we'll get down there. So I'm hopefully getting my ammo on Friday. I am going to go to the range and probably fire a couple of rounds of each kind. They're only sending me like 15 rounds. So I need to order more right away. But next time I come down, we'll have some fun stuff. Pretty excited to see the Smith & Wesson FPC in 10 millimeter. That one's going on your short list. Interesting. I will take a look at it in a little while. My brain is not functioning right now, Mouse. I apologize. What ammo did you get with the 37? I sent a pic in our text chain. So they're sending me 5 flashbang, 5 fireworks, 5 concussive grenades, and then 5 just reusable empty hulls. Make sure you guys press the like button. Yep. Sorry, Sorry, buddy, Butter, feel Betty. No worries. Yeah, sorry, my guy. Just trying to read. I'm getting overheated, which is fucking. Gotta walk the dog, pack a lunch, and Mrs. DB. Just make sure you do that in the right order, dude. Last thing you need to do is pack the dog, walk Mrs. DB, and lunch. You love the fireworks. Lol. You literally sent us a picture. It gets really dirty, though. I'm cool with that. What's the shortest barrel length I should go with on a 5.56 before it becomes ineffective? I would not go under 7.5. No, don't pack the dog. What's your opinion on MP5 clones versus the SP5? They're very close. They're close enough that I don't justify spending $3K on a HK when you can spend $1,500 to $1,800 on something. Maybe in the stream live tonight. I might go to 10. We'll see how I'm feeling in the next hour. It's not my fault I can't read. No, you just look at the pretty pictures. Send me your credit card. You the man, appreciate the response. No problem, Nick. Do you have any experience with the Springfield Prodigy? Yes, I have had a lot of hands-on time with the Prodigy. I've had 2 or 3 myself. The last one I had, I sold to a friend of mine. It is literally your fault you can't read. No, McManus. It's the U.S. government's inability to teach us to read in a manner that allows us to read things that should be read. Railgun. You're talking about the 2311? If you can write, you can read. That's not true. I actually had a kid that couldn't read, but he could sign his name because someone just helped him start signing it. So he can actually sign his name and it's legible, but he didn't know what he was writing. So I left the band on the grip on the 2311 because a lot of people don't realize this. You can actually use something like a Ranger band like that, or a rubber band, or fucking zip tie, and you can actually hold down the grip safeties and defeat them. You bought one on a whim. Anything I need to know? It's going to need to cycle a bit. The MIM parts that are in the internals, your sear, your hammer, your disconnector, all that stuff is MIM. So there is a chance there could be some spurs of metal on there that need to be worked off. Overall, though, keep it lubed and it should run fine. Literally, yeah. You need to sleep it off, Joe. I shouldn't have slept before I did the stream. That was my fault. I sat down in my comfy office chair at about 6:30, and I had YouTube playing on my headphones because I just rebuilt my gaming computer. You guys might have seen that if you saw the short. And I fell asleep. And if I fall asleep before my normal go-to-bed time, which is like 1 o'clock in the morning, I feel like shit. And then with the carbs I ate yesterday, I'm still, yeah. Can I put Repro wood and CC96 holder stock in my seat and it's okay with what it is in California? That is awesome, dude. That is awesome to hear because I knew that would be something you'd want to do. Obligatory Jericho guy comment. Nothing wrong with that. 49, what's up? What's my favorite gun? 1911s are my favorite gun. What about the magazines? I heard some bitching from Reddit that they suck. Prodigies can use checkmate mags, so if you're having any issues with the mags, just freaking swap them out. What I've seen people do is, though, take the base plate off and stretch the spring so that it puts more upward pressure on the rounds to seat them in the correct orientation for feeding. 1911 was not originally designed to run in 9mm, so the feed ramp is a weird shape on a 1911. So if the magazine doesn't have enough pressure to present the round at the right angle to feed into the chamber, you notice I'm not doing the Elon Musk. We have but if it doesn't feed correctly into the chamber, it's just going to jam against the feed ramp. If I wasn't in Cali, I'd have your 5.56 pistol. I appreciate that, 49. Jerichos are solid CZ clones. 100%. Absolutely. Did you see that Palmetto State was doing their P8 and K2s for like hundreds off right now? They're clearing out their SAR stuff. If I wasn't in California, I'd have the FN Reflex. You know about the SIG Liberty 1911? If so, what's your thoughts? I find it absolutely beautiful. I'm assuming that was a special edition. Hey, it's a good looking gun. Probably cost too much. Thoughts on the Combat Master? It's overpriced. What's going on? Also, Combat Master refers to several different guns, so you have to be a little more expensive. I'm here with an update. It is the most accurate and smooth thing I have used in a minute. Goose. I'm happy? What'd I miss? Which one? Oh, yeah, sorry, my dude. I'm sorry. My brain took me a second to remember what we were talking about. Your gun. Yes, I'm happy to hear that, dude. No, I was not allowed to buy anything on PSA's webpage. Palmetto's always claiming they have deals going on. So here's the thing. Palmetto State Armory, on top of manufacturing their own guns, is a distributor, a wholesaler, a retailer. So what they do is they spend millions of dollars to buy out entire inventories from companies and shit. So sometimes they do have some good deals going on, man. What do I think about the Nagant M1897? It's a fun gun, but ammo is hard to find. Never mess with one. Yeah, that's very true. Says stuff on sale. It's the same price. Yeah. No, but they're selling like the B6C, which is their version of a Jericho. Basically, it's it's actually more like the Bull Armory Cherokee, but they're selling those for $179. That is a really good price. Gun at the top of the board is a top break 37 millimeter top break. Shh, dudes, what's up, Dreadmon? 37 or 40 millimeter. 37 millimeter, 40 millimeter requires some paperwork. 37 millimeter is not considered a NFA item. Literally, you can have those shipped to your door. It's really crazy how 3 millimeters makes that big a difference. That's why your girlfriend is not lying to you. CZTSO is your favorite. Starting to give me the Grandmaster. Yeah, you weren't supposed to tell him yet, Mouse. We were going to tell him on his birthday when he asked for it. Needs change gun laws ASAP. This is stupid. Yes, I agree, Space Goon. You can always move to Wyoming or Idaho. They're pretty cool. TSO2 is better than the TSO. Ooh, them's fighting words. Send me your TSO2 and I'll let you know. I don't know about that, lol. The TS2 is better than TSO in my opinion. Lol, everybody keeps saying that the gun that they own is better than the guns that I've owned, when most of the guns you own are guns I owned anyway. I love you. Hey, brother, I got a Canik TP9 Elite. Yes, that was right. It took me a second to remember, Goose, that we had talked about that last live. Sorry, my brain is really screwy right now. I'm really not feeling good. But yes, I did remember that you told me that you were gifted one, and I'm glad it shoots well for you. Caniks are really good, dude. It says no, shh. Oh. Oh, shite, dude. Nice. And happy birthday. Huh? I'm worried you just didn't know which one you had. No problem, dude. I wish it was the 40 mic, though, because 40 mic has some funner stuff. Don't worry, it's in a better place. I love the blue grips. Dude, I found a place that's selling a factory set of replacement STI grips for $150. So I was thinking about buying them and putting them on the Gerson because they'll fit right on, just for shibs and gribbles. And have both. Nice. Thanks, Vic Man. It's still a few days off. It was an early gift. Bought my first AR, Diamondback DB15. My complaint is, so it's featureless, but hey, it's something. Hey, you know what? But I bet you it'll shoot really nice. Bro, I go to play football at 4 a.m. At morning on cycle, and the dogs are concerned for me. Any soft gun or anything carried, just scare them from noise. By the way, guns are soft gun, right? No, you should not be carrying anything that looks like a firearm if it's not a firearm and you're not properly licensed. Pulling anything out, even if it's just to scare off a dog. Number one, a dog doesn't know what a gun is. So, and if you're shooting animals, you got freaking problems, dude. You don't shoot any animal with anything, period, unless it's a garden hose. Stole the TS2 straight from Stone, I thought. You did, but he offered it to me first, and I turned it down, so you got my sloppy seconds. Hey, Air Max, what's up? I have both the TSO and TSO2. Yeah, I know the TSO2 has improvements and stuff, but you got to remember, I'm the reason Stone has an extensive gun collection now. So that was the best gun that I sold to him. So up until he got his Alien, which I still think the TSO is a better shooting gun. I don't have a TSO2, otherwise he'd wind up with it. That will look nice on it. You should get it. I might, just to do something. Also, I want to get that grip stippled by my buddy Greg. So if I do buy another grip module, I can just throw on it for a while. It's your birthday. If so, happy birthday. Do you know anything about Windjammer weaponry? It's the only Windjammer? I know Windum. I've never heard of Windjammer myself. I found someone making exact replica grips for a 1911 from the movie Cobra. Nice! Stone, we're going to have words. Huh? Are they real gun? It's the reason he has a Hudson. No, he's the reason I don't have a Hudson. Why does FN only have 3 guns available in California? We need more FNs. It's that roster, my guy. Not all their guns can be converted to become what's called California compliant, and it takes money and time to register them all. That's why they still make the Glock Gen 3. California is the only reason the Gen 3 Glock is still produced brand new by Glock. Reviews are good. Some I'm happy with. It's 300 blackout, so I bought a 5.56 conversion. Spent a pretty penny, but at least you have them. I get that, Dreadmon. Yep. Timothy comes in pretending to be DB with the I like turtles. I'm glad you like turtles, dude. I like sloth because at one point, much like sloth, I only had 3 toes. Wyndham, yeah, Wyndham. I've haven't shot one, but I've held a few of them in the store. They feel solid, man. Sucks that you had to get a featureless one, but the overall build quality from Wyndham is very good for the money. Jenkins, what's up? The TSO is such an awesome gun. If TSO2 is better, I've got to get my hands on it. If you get a TSO2, I get to buy my TSO back. God damn it. You got stuff like AKs? Yeah, I got AKs. Like stuff from Eastern Europe. I've got a Romanian 1970 AK sitting on a chair next to me. You're welcome, 49. I don't know what they could do to the TSO to improve it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't so FN, didn't they go to a bushing barrel on the TSO2? I did that questionnaire and found out the great white shark is my spirit animal. Mine is the sloth because much like Slothy, I want to go to bed. Do I have an AK-74U? No. Why is bushing barrel on an improvement though? Because it gives you a tighter fit on the barrel, which can aid in accuracy. That's why they could, I think. Hold on, let me get, I can never remember which way it goes. TSO2 versus TSO differences. Key difference is the, no. That's funny. It won't give me that, you motherfuckers. All right, I'm not looking. Somebody else that's smarter than me put it in there. I was thinking the same thing because my father in Kharkov has one. Nice. This one shop in PA had a revolver chambered in 38 Super, and Smith & Wesson for $100. It was a Curia. That was a weird 38 round. I didn't buy it. That would have been cool though. It's not just the frame. I could have swore that the TSO2 was like a bushing design. Change the frame they're using, but again, I'm not sure changing the frame is an improvement. All the changes I saw were side grades to make manufacturing easier, not to make the pistol better. I don't know. Like you said, if like I'm with Stone, if the TSO2 is better than the TSO, then that's pretty impressive. Raffle, what's up, Mr. Polandman? Hey, Mr. Polandman, Poland my banana. You think the FN Reflex is the best double stack sub out there? Well, I will give you your rights to have that opinion, even though you're in California. Just wanted to say thanks for having a great channel, being so understanding to newbies when they ask questions. I wish you the best. Thank you, Joe. You can go back and buy it. It just looked really bad. I mean, it's up to you. 38 Smith & Wesson is an oddball round, so your odds of finding ammo for it outside of gun stores might be reduced right now. There used to be a time where you could get a lot more different ammo choices at gun shows, but they're all freaking... I was a prepper. I got a box of ammo that I can show you for 417 bottle caps. Since there are double set triggers, would it be possible to have 2 triggers, one full auto, one semi, just in theory? I don't know. That's an interesting question. Besides the frame and the bull barrel, I don't know what else they did to the TSO2. I think the rear sight is different too. We have had one of those revolvers here. I didn't get it because ammo is unobtainium. That and 32 French long, although from what I understand, if you buy 30 super carry, there are guys that can neck that neck that round to 32 French long. What would you say is a better sub 9? Well, number one, I don't like subs at all. But I question FN's polymer construction that they use. It's very inferior, and especially for the price they charge for their guns. Honestly, a Canik Meta, I think feels better and shoots better. You've got the standard 365 and the Hellcats, but I don't think they shoot better than an FN. I just don't like FN's polymer construction they've used for the 5 Series. But hey, man, like I said, I'm not going to hate you for liking your FNs, dude. You can like FNs all you want. I like SIGs, and they are demonstrably screwy. Hi, Hatfield. It's been a long time, brother. Do you think 38 Super is still good? I believe it is. I've got a 38 Super Grandmaster, and did I get any of my other guns at 38 Super? I'm trying to think if I have any other 38 Supers. But no, companies like Rock Island, Kimber now makes a 38 Super. Colt still does a 38 Super. Gerson does a 38 Super. So there's plenty of companies that are manufacturing 38 Super firearms. What I think about Colt today. So Colt today is not the same Colt that was around 2 years ago, nor was it the same company that was around in the early 2000s when they almost went bankrupt, in the 90s when they did go bankrupt, in the 60s or 70s when they went bankrupt. Colt, I believe, has been bankrupt 3 to 6 times, somewhere in that range. I can never remember the exact number. Currently, it's owned by CZ, who hopefully will do the same thing they did with Dan Wesson, give the company the money it needs to go back to producing some really nice handguns and then leave them alone. In general, though, Colt was overcharging for what they were producing, and they were taking stances that didn't make sense. Like when they claimed they were going to stop selling AR-15s commercially just to back it down when everybody complained about it. They should have never been a gun company saying they weren't going to manufacture for commercial use. You only have enough money to get a Howa 1500. What scope would you recommend for it in 308? I don't do a lot of long-range stuff, LARP. Hopefully somebody here can answer that question. I just got my hands on a SIG 2022, and man, I love it. Yeah, they're fun, dude. It's a great point. You seem to know your sheesh, so I figured I'd ask. No problem, Space. And like you said, FN, I have no problem with FN outside of what they did with the 5 Series, which was cheap out on the frames and then still raise the price. It just doesn't make sense. That's a great point. Yeah, so the fact that the reflex is internally hammer fired, that's cool. It puts it on the same category as like a Shield EZ and a couple others. Vortex makes some good glass. It's not super expensive. So does Arkin. There you guys go. I don't, like I said, I don't mess with that. I don't recommend Walmart Vortex though. Walmart Vortex uses inferior glass. Keep that in mind. Pretty budget friendly for high quality glass, USA made, lifetime warranty. There you go. Texas gal, hey, looking great. How are you? I actually feel terrible tonight. Not feeling good at all. You open tomorrow? Off to bed, you open now. Off to bed, I open now. Night, y'all. Off to bed, oh, you're off to bed because you open. Sorry, my brain, I can't think brain stuff. Official QWERTY, hello. LARP says thanks. Yep, I'm sorry to hear that. I'll be all right. I'm just, like I said, I'm feeling like poop today. I might only go till 10. I'm overheating and I'm cold. Those Vortex optics on sale all the time. Just wait for it to pop up there. If you're allowed to buy from PSA, I'm not. Lol. We can get around that if you need to, McManus, obviously. Hope you feel better, bud. Thanks. What model Winchester is in the back? That is a non-firing replica of a model 1886. It's in the shadow box because it's just designed to be a display piece. Is that a Trump Glock 43X back there? No, it's just a regular 43X. It's the rose gold 43X. No, I can make it till 10. And if I pass out on live stream, every one of you owes me you owe me a box of this. No, I think an hour and a half is too short. Or $100. You heard it from Texas Gal. I was letting you off for $1.25, but Texas Gal is making it $100. You have a 1911 back there. There's a couple of them back there, dude. The stainless one at the end on here and the one in the middle behind me are technically both 1911s. They just happen to be double stacks. My great grandpa had one. It fired best lever action ever. Oh yeah, no, Winchester's lever guns are legendary. You know, everybody talks about Henry's being the best now. Back in the day, I think Henry's were probably the nicest lever guns. I appreciate it. I'll keep that in mind if there's something I want from there. I'll probably just some H&R stuff in the near future to finish some clone builds. But not just that, McManus. I also have full access to all my distributors. So if you need things from like Brownells and stuff, if I can get my dealer discount for you, just let me know. What does the tube gun launch? 37 millimeter shells and basically whatever you can put into the shells, because the shells are actually reusable, but they're sending me fireworks, flashbangs, and concussion grenades. Maybe you can see some soup so you can get better in a lot of water. It's not that, Jose. It's medical stuff. Don't worry. I don't go into it too much, but it's like I said, I just don't feel. I have a bag of beef jerky. Take it or leave her. What flavor, Austin? If it's teriyaki, I'm in. If it's peppered, nah. Do you hurt? I always hurt. Marlin made some amazing lever guns. They did, but they were Winchester knockoffs in my opinion. Best gun oil for a new 1911. I use Wilson Combat Extreme Lube and gun oil on my guns and gun grease. So the problem with PSA is I'm blacklisted for trolling them over that piece of shit Jackal. That's okay. Oh, yeah, McManus and Stonehaven know about this. So I got an email. So I sent an email to T-Sauce trying one more time. I said, hey, look, can you please send me your new Night Stalker? I want to compare it to the 2311. I want to give them both a fair shake. I know that we've had our issues. I want you guys to contribute and be part of the solution. And they said, sorry, because you don't go to the range enough, you don't meet what we're trying to do in 2025, which makes no sense, which means Jared does not remember any of our original conversations. So that's -1 to them. But also they then told me that I can go ahead and buy one of their guns at their industry pricing if I want to. And I did tell them I would get me the price on it, because if it's a good enough price, I'll buy it. But that just means that I'm going to be forced to buy one of their guns to do a review on it. And I am going to literally rip it a new asshole and find out whether or not the Gen 2 Night Stalker is any good. I bet you can reload the flares with shotgun primers. Either shotgun primers or a large pistol, I would say. For the Howa, sorry, had my hand busy, but Burris Extreme is a decent match. That's a good choice too, Hatfield. Baseball bats give concussions too. Lol, I didn't hit myself, I don't think so. Yeah, that's true, but ultimately they're Browning knockoffs because you made the design for Winchester. Everything's a Browning knockoff at one point or another, right? What is a 2311? So a 2311, it gets complicated, but the very basic is STI, who is now Staccato, came up with the removable grip module. Their guns were called 2011s. They trademarked the name because companies started using the word 2011, and Staccato decided to be a bunch of tug nuts and patent or trademark the name. So nobody that manufactures a removable grip module double stack 1911 is allowed to call it a 2011 anymore. So different companies call their guns something else. Oracle Arms calls theirs a 3211. Kimber's calling theirs the 2K11. Gerson calls theirs the 2311. And a lot of other companies like Springfield, the Prodigy, they just call them DSs for double stacks. I'm trying not to throw up. I don't feel good. Back in the 80s, I owned a Marlin 30 lever. Nice. It sucks about T-Sauce. Yeah, I wish they would be nicer good dudes. Even if they just told you kick rocks is better than the back and forth nonsense trying to calm it down and hoping the controversy goes away. Yeah, and like I said, Rock Island handled it the way they should have. T-Sauce is just being a bunch of tug nuts. Teriyaki, I never eat peppered. I can eat peppered if it's a really soft meat, but teriyaki's my go-to. No, you will leave Austin alone. We've been talking beef jerky. I love my baby Browning. Yep. How much is the sniper? No sniper. You are fun, militant. Shouldn't have to buy it to do a review. They should be glad you're reviewing it. Well, they're still pissy because they still get calls, and my shit made it to Reddit for their company, talking about how their guns are manufactured inferiorly, and I asked them to send me a new sample, and if I was wrong, I would even take down the video, but they don't want to participate. Duke, 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 Duke. Here, have some lemon. No, I'm good. I've been hiccuping weird all day. What's the best gun for hunting deer? One that shoots bullets. Not sure. You got to see what your state allows you to have, dude. People hunt deer with as little as 223s. You're going to trash that new Night Stalker like a dirty girl. I'm going to give it an honest shake, but I'm going to also be much more critical than I would have been like on the Gerson. I'm going to definitely do some stuff to it. And from previous experience with Gersons, it's probably going to come out better. The T-Sauce, I'm taking all the finish off the gun. I'm going to get it sandblasted to get rid of all the finish, and I'm going to inspect the shit out of it. And I'm going to beat the crap out of it and see how bad their parts are, see if they're lying about their MIM shit, see if their quality is there or not. If they're, no, you will not, McManus. He said he doesn't like it because you like it. That's all. AKs are the best weapon system in the world. You got ginger ale for your stomach? I actually hate ginger ale. When I was in the hospital being allergic to vancomycin, they kept forcing me to drink ginger ale, and I kept throwing it up, so now I don't like ginger ale. It's got to come up. It's got to get out, Joe. Nah, I'll be all right. Would you rather buy 3 Glocks or take the COVID vaccine with 2 boosters? I've done both, Diggity. Brib. All right, Mouse. What gun is at the top? That is a 37 millimeter signal launcher. Good, put it through the test. I intend to, accidentally. Absolutely. I called dibs on the 2311. I have to wait at least 90 days before I even consider doing something with it, Stone. But I will bring it down when I come down, because then you get the down, so that you get a chance to shoot a Staccato XC without spending all the money on it. 1 T-Sauce I own is the worst shooting pistol I've ever fired. It's not even close. I will give you 32 cents on the dollar for it, man. What about 38 Super? I don't have a ton of experience with it. I've shot 38 Super. It's a valid round. It fell out of favor because competition shooters stopped using it as much. So they use 40, and then 9 is more popular. I know you don't like Glock that much, but would you take a full upgraded Glock? No, actually, that's the funny thing, Adrian. It's actually the reverse. Anytime I upgrade a Glock, I sell it when I'm done upgrading it, because it's like, okay, it's a good gun now. I don't want it. I've always been that way with my guns. That's why I sold the TSO to Stone. I threw it downrange, scratched it up, and then I turned it into a custom finish that I liked, but then I was done with the gun. I was like, now what am I going to do? I didn't think about shooting it. That would have been the smart thing. So I sold it to Stone. IWA makes some good 37 millimeter stuff. I'll have to check them out. I couldn't, in good conscience, sell it to anyone I like. Stone, want to buy it? Nah, just trade him for something. He's got a Smith & Wesson SD9 V2 or V1. He'll trade you. I'm honestly curious what you find on the Night Stalker. I've been looking at it as an entry-level 1911 to learn on a gun. Well, here's the thing, Austin. I'm not getting the single stack. I'm getting the double stack, but it should translate across their lineup, especially if on a random sample, because the first gun I bought was an early Night Stalker. If I buy another gun and it has the exact same kind of cavities, flaws, and bad machining that the other one had, then I can confidently say they got a problem. Yeah, Rock Island, 100%. I agree with that. I'd even go Gerson. I've had great luck with my Gersons. I need to upgrade a few of my guns. Awesome. Send them here. I'll keep them. Agree on the Rock Island. Yep. What's better, Zev Tech or Shadow System? I'd use Zev parts before I'd even consider doing anything with the Shadow Systems, but they're all just Gen 3 Glock clones, dude. Although the Zev, their complete guns, have that weird cutout for their front block, which is interesting. Shooters are cheap, so they buy 9. There's a lot of shooters that use 38 Super. Oh, yeah, the serious guys definitely do. And since I'm going to be running my STI Grandmaster for a while, I'm going to need to do that. I will check it out, Militant. I don't want to type right now. Every time I've turned my face to type tonight, I've lost my train of thought. And it's hard to get back on it because my ticket is for a one-way backwards. What gun is on the top? 37 millimeter tube launcher. I need you to send me a Cali loadout for a pistol and an AR. That can be difficult, but send me an email. Hello from Afghanistan. Hello, Soroush. Thoughts on the Beretta M9? Decent gun, reliable. I don't like the slide-mounted safety. What's the weirdest gun to buy but you like it? The weirdest gun to buy that I like. HKP7 with the squeeze cocker. Because you can actually fire it just using the squeeze cocker. You hold the trigger and you can just pull the squeeze cocker to fire it. Yeah, you can't get me one. So what makes 38 super different? I power over a 9mm versus the fact that it's the same diameter gun round. Hello from Japan. Hello, Cole. Starts with a plane ticket that leaves California for nearly anywhere else. Wyoming is great this time of year. Yeah, just don't make the mistake of going to like New Jersey or some shiz. 3.4 inch 45 AC per P version of that Gerson you got looks solid. I might have to grab one. Yeah, I think they call that the Brat, and it seems pretty cool. The Yeet Cannon is a stupid but fun buy. Dude, I can get you the one that's literally the actual Yeet Cannon with Yeet Cannon on it right now. Vamos. You know the Mini 14? No, but if you hum a few bars, I can fake it. That's an old joke. Yes, I know of the Mini 14. Hello from South Carolina. How are you in South Carolina? SIG 322 or Taurus T22 in your opinion? If you're looking for ease of use, maintenance, and slightly better reliability, go with the Taurus. I know that's weird that I'm saying that. The SIG 322 is probably the best 22 SIG has ever sold because they used to sell the shitty Firefly. The 322 is a close second to the TX22. I think the TX22 is superior. It's basically a small M4. Yep. You're all Paul-y down there? Nice. I've been looking for a cheap 2011. Even the one you got hovering around 1K is solid. How crisp is the trigger, though? It's about 4 pounds, and it feels really good. Way better than the early release 2311. If you remember when they first came out with the 2311, like a year and a half, 2 years ago, the trigger felt bad. But they've really stepped up with this one. I am going to eventually replace that one, but I'm going to do the first video with everything that's on there being stock. I threw the optic on it just because, why wouldn't you? Just to demonstrate what the optics cut looks like or what the optics fitment looks like. Yeah, that's how tired I am that I'm yawning in the middle of a sentence. But yeah, after I'm done with it, I'm going to probably wind up going with the Fusion Firearms trigger, which is what I put in the Night Stalker, and a few other upgrade parts. I'm definitely taking that magwell off, though. I don't like the magwell that's on it. But that's just me. What's in that safe? That is just a gun locker, and that's just where I put guns that I'm messing with or working on. Do you like the 3rd gen of Smith & Wesson pistols? Are we on Gen 3 for the M&Ps? That's why I ask. It's almost counterintuitive. Yeah, it really is, MC. Taurus has a few guns that are like the light shining through the muddy water of their reputation. The G3C and the G3 line and the TX line. They are like really good. Yes, they copy Smith & Wesson with a lot of their, Smith & Wesson with a lot of their revolvers. But when it comes to semi-autos, those have been like the 2 best ones they've ever come up with. We're only going until 10 o'clock tonight, guys, and I do apologize. The problem is I am feeling terribly physically, so I need my sleep. I stayed up late last night, had an early doctor's appointment, and I didn't sleep well. So, yeah. You can hit the like button and try to bribe me into staying later. We'll see what it does. How to get arrested in Kenyatta? Have any of those? Why does it feel I have to have a first gun in hand? What does it feel like to have a first gun in your hand? Adrian, I'm hoping that you're an adult and you're asking that question, or at least you're over the age of 13. The first time I picked up a gun, I was in a controlled environment with somebody that knew what they were doing. So even though it was a bit of a thrill, especially shooting a gun for the first time, if you're not a psychotic weirdo, it becomes an enjoyable experience. If you're a psychotic weirdo that goes woohoo every time you pull the trigger, then you probably need to put the gun down, seek some help. Isn't the TX a Walter clone? No, it's not. Actually, the TX22 is literally basically a Glock because it has a removable barrel. Takedown system's the same as the Glock, just with pull down tabs versus the things that stick out the side. So walk me through sighting in a red dot on a pistol. I'm literally avoiding the range over not wanting to do it. I'll tell you what I do to put a rough sight in on my red dots. You can do whatever you want to. If you're pretty reasonably sure that your iron sights are on, okay, great. Put your red dot on there. Use something if you have a long enough run down your hallway towards a light switch or something, if you have like 7 yards, 10 yards, cool. What you want to do is you want to put that red dot on your front sight, so that hold the gun in your normal shooting position, so that you have your sights lined up like you want them, and get your red dot in your front sight picture, and then that should give you a guesstimate on where you should be. And then when you get to the range, make sure you bring a screwdriver or whatever you need to adjust it, so that you can make minute adjustments when you're shooting it. But I do that, and I'm usually good within 25 yards or so, just from a rough guts 0, because I'm not a super accurate guy. Well, you're gay in California and you'll get arrested. But what if we're bisexual? I go woohoo every time I pull the trigger. I like to yell, pew, 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 pew. Why is 9mm the most commonly used ammo? Because of its good ballistics, cheaper price, and availability, as well as increased magazine capacity over larger rounds. Maybe a little off topic, but man, lasagna soup is so good. Lasagna soup? You mean you're eating Chef Boyardee lasagna in a can? I'm just kidding with you. I don't think I've had like lasagna soup. Yeah, you're 17, about to turn 18. All right. No, it's just there's rules for these live streams, Adrian, so that's why we have to check. You can't be under 13 and be on a live stream, so they have a reputable 1911. Hoodoo. Taurus, it's okay. The finish is trash on the 1911 from Taurus, though. It's worse than the Rock Island. If you think you... I'd like to have a gun when I'm 18. You can. Depending on what state you're in, you may even be able to do a private party sale for a handgun at 18. Check your local laws, good sir. Thank you, Michael. Well, man, that's okay. We like it anytime you have for us, even the a-holes that show up. We hope you feel better. I'm trying, dude. I'm sorry. I was going to just... When I woke up 10 minutes before the stream was supposed to start, and I had to throw the guns on the wall and shit, because they're for sale at my Wind City Armory shop. One-stop shop, plop. Flip flop, flip flops, hip hop, and the drip drop. Tiny flathead driver. Yeah, although there's some guns that use an Allen key. The cartridges that usually popular because the military use them. That's true. You zero your 9mm at 10 yards. It's about right. Personally, I prefer the iron sights on pistols. I don't get the hype besides the aesthetics, but I'm also a newish gun owner who hasn't shot a ton with the red dot. My opinion, and it's shared by several other dudes, is learn to shoot irons first, because if you can quickly acquire a 2-point sighting system, rear sight, front sight system, then you transition to a red dot, it's going to be so much easier, but you're also going to have the fundamentals of proper presentation, proper holding, all that stuff, so that you aren't doing this trying to find the dot. So if your dot is sighted into your gun and your gun is properly set up, and you're used to, like, when you draw your firearm and you present it, I'm holding it like they do in the movie. So, but anyways, when you pull your firearm up and you're already in your sight picture, your red dot should naturally fall there. And then you have 1 point of aim. Going to take my Colt 1911 to the range this weekend. Will be the second time taking it. I hope it shoots beautiful for you, dude. If you can, whatever happened with you in Rock Island. Rock Island stepped up. The vice president of customer relations called me directly out of the blue, called me. We had a nice talk. We had a conversation, and I explained to him why I felt that they're using any content creator's video to sell their guns without compensation is not exposure, because we didn't ask them we didn't ask, like, I didn't say, hey, Rock Island, can I have a gun to review? By Gerson sending me a gun to review, right, that gives them the right to use my video. So I tell them explicitly, if you want to put up my video, if I say something nice about the gun, if I wind up liking the gun and you want to use it in your promotion, you have that right. You sent me that gun. I gave my honest opinion on that gun. That's fine, use it. But what Rock Island did was they took a video that was made on a gun that they didn't provide, they didn't ask for the review, they didn't know the review was coming, and they used it to sell their guns. That's different from exposure. What they were trying to claim, their marketing department, was that they were putting me in their sales brochure to give me exposure. Number one, I have more subs than they do on my channel. And number two, nobody reads the email they sent out because that video did not go up in views at all. Which is why they didn't want to pay for it, because they knew it wouldn't do much. Do you think Glock will ever make anything different that doesn't look like the same gun? They need to bring the Glock 26 over. The Glock 26 is a rotating barrel 9mm. I want that gun. I'm self-taught for the most part, so no one really told me to get a red dot, but I went and got one anyways. Just shot horrible with it. It takes time, my guy. Adapting to red dot is a pain in the ass, my guy. You'll get it, though. Yo, my guy, dude, bro. Yo, bro. Yo, man. Yo, bro. Are extended mags legal in Virginia? 100%. Although without a concealed carry, technically the law in the state of Virginia is, even on open carry, unless you have a concealed carry permit, you cannot carry more than 21 rounds in the firearm. Can plastic guns like Glocks melt after shooting too many rounds? There are some guns like car arms where they don't have metal inserts. Yes, you can get polymer warpage and melting if you shoot so many rounds through it. However, Iraq veteran 8888 did a test where they shot a Glock 18 full auto, like 3,000 or 4,000 rounds. It did not melt the frame. When it's good plastics, it should be able to hold up to it because most of the stuff is up above. But Car Arms has no metal inserts on their rails, so if you get that too hot, you can melt the shit out of your rails. Use my man, get good with irons if your target's outside of iron sight range or outside of pistol range. It's honestly that simple. I agree a bit, McManus, unless you're screwing around. Exactly how I see it, time to get the rifle. Lol. Look for the video. Which video? I thought I didn't do a response video for what they said because it was pretty simple. I thought they were bringing the 26 in. Nope, they're refusing to still at this point. Unless they've changed their mind again. They Forgotten Weapons got to show it, but they had no plans of importing it. Have you ever had a chance to review any Rock Island? Yeah, the first gun I ever owned was actually a Rock Island. I've looked at the 22 TCM, their 45, their 45 Ultra, their Ultra Carry. The BBR 3.1 is actually my most viewed gun video at over 500,000 views, so check that one out. So yeah, I've looked at their stuff. The 22 TCM of infamy. Yep, Bruce Banner. I should have signed that. If I knew that shit was going to happen, I'd have signed that box for you. Hello, Garage Dude. My dream job as a kid was being an all-female prison correctional officer, a gynecologist, and being the person who takes mammograms. So you're an incel. Good polymer disperses heat very well. Yes, exactly. That's why the Glock didn't melt. I touched a gun before, sir, but I never had any chance to shoot because my parents stopped me. Well, yeah, when you turn 18 legally, you should be able to go to like you can go to like government land and shoot on BLM. Yeah. What's the most cheapest? Yep, Mike Manis is right. Cool, I like the Rock BBR. Yeah, and it was interesting, although so many people still just... What amazes me is that video is, what, 3.5 years old now, 4 years old, and people still don't understand that you can't just read the title. Everybody is so used to clickbait that they read the title. I said, Rock Island made a hilarious 1911. It's a copy of the Para Warthog, but I put down they made a hilarious 1911. Nobody watches the video that comments, why are you calling it hilarious? Why are you being mean to the gun? I wasn't being mean to the gun. I was using hilarious in the positive sense, like, oh, this thing is great. It's funny that they built it, but that didn't mean I didn't like it. Is what a 37 millimeter. Crazy how cheap 22 can be. Yep. Hello, Mr. Abraham Elder. I'm going to call you Moaz. Baking a whole loaf of sourdough bread down that oven. Right. The RIA CZ75 clone with the polymer frame. That is the MAP, M-A-P-P. Yes, it's like a Jericho, not the Jericho. It's like the Bull Armory Cherokee. Which Glock model gen is worth the money to hold on to? Gen 1, if you happen to have one. A Gen 2 original with the Tupperware. That's about it. What's your opinion about Ruger 9mm? There's a lot of different Rugers in 9mm, sir. You need to be more specific. Is 22 long rifle good for self-defense? I wouldn't call it good, but it's better than nothing. Use a good ammo like a Stinger, a Punch, something that has a lot more power behind it so it's going faster. But honestly, I mean, if it's all you have, it's all you can afford, run one. But I really don't recommend using 22 for self-defense because your odds of putting a combatant down with one shot at 22 is extremely low unless you hit them just perfect. They moved the age to buy cigarettes at 21, so they should do the same to guns. Come at me, I don't care, but because it can't affect me at all. Yeah, well, I think they should drop the age of drafting soldiers into the Army to bald with beard. I'm thinning with beard. Completely different. You out here bullying the firearms industry. I'm holding the firearms industry responsible. Like, I didn't want to make that video. And TSOS, they screwed over me. And they could potentially screw over other people. They don't care that a guy with a platform and a video that's got 115,000 views on it wants to try to see if they've improved themselves. That's a company that doesn't give a shit. That's a company that is selling a lot of product and is living on the fact that they can bury my reviews by having a ton of other reviews that are positive. Also, they can weather out the storm because just like Rock Island, I was the only person that they'll admit to, but I'm the first person, and since they called me, I kind of believe it. But I'm the first person to call them out for their practices, even though their marketing department has been doing that for years. So, as I say, I think that there's a lot of things that just, it's bullshit when they're out there doing stuff they shouldn't be, but when they actually take the steps to correct the issue or at least address them and handle them in a good way, then I'm fine with it. Where can I get my steel frame PO1 nickel plated? You'd have to talk to Finnish guys. There's lots of companies that can do that. Have you ever shot 32 H&R? I have not. I've played with some of the revolvers, but I've never actually shot one. Is hollow point a good defense round? Yes, it's actually the preferred round. The American 180 is probs good for home defense. Yes, but if they're breaking into your house and you're using an American 180 for it, they're after you're rich. Heading out, have a good one. Don, you have a good night too. I'm dipping in 20 minutes. Me and McManus are fooped. Lol. Not a fan of 32. You can get 275 round drum mags for the American 80, and even if it's in 22 long rifle, 250 machine. Oh yeah, no, that's the flanks system for maritime, for the Navy and the big boat thingies. They can shoot down missiles because they launch a wall of lead up against an incoming target. Do they still use the flank system, by the way? Somebody let me know. Hold their feet to the fire. And I'm just calling them out on the social media because they're on social media themselves. Been there, done that already, lol. Hey, what's the green band in the middle? Bullies are always fine with it, Lamau. I'm just kidding. The green, oh, that's the Gerson MC2311 Witness Match X, and that is their name band, but it also functions as a Ranger band, so it can pin the rear grip safety. I love the 357 SIG, but the ammo's so bloody expensive. Too true. I got lucky. I bought my buddy's 229, and he gave me like 300 rounds with it. I think they're like 30K because they're transferable. Yes, they're very expensive because they're transferable. It sucks. Anybody have here touch 224 Valkyrie? I have not. Most every Navy still uses that system. Gotcha. So I don't really follow boat stuff because, you know, I don't like crayons, and touching other guys' butts is not my normal hobby. It's an occasional hobby when I'm on a bus. And they stand there when you're sitting, and their ass crack is right there. So you pick some trash up off the ground and you stick it in their crack. What were we saying? Most every Navy, yep. You should try it out more. Stone has a glorious ass. Lol. Have you shot the Shadow 2 after you shoot the Gerson? I'd love to hear how it compares because that seems like the gold standard for cheaper 2011s. Well, the Shadow 2 is not technically a 2011. Shadow 2 is a CZ75 that's been modified. Yes, I have had the Shadow 2. I've shot a ton of them. When it comes to the trigger in a Shadow 2 is a trigger bar system. It's not a straight linear pull, so that's the main difference between the two guns. A standard Shadow 2 doesn't really keep up with the 1911 trigger, but the TSO, the Tactical Sport Orange, and the Tactical Sport 2s, those definitely could. Cool explanation on Ranger bands and the green tag. I'm assuming Ranger bands are a thing in the 2011 world. There are a lot of dudes running them just because if you lift it up so that it depresses the grip safety, then you defeat the grip safety, and then the gun just has the external manual safety. As a person who has people that listen to things he says, I do not endorse doing that because you are defeating a safety system on your gun. If you decide to defeat a safety system on your gun, that is on you. You take that risk upon yourself. So no suing me. You find out about those Rock Island 1911 jigs. I learned today that they did indeed use them, but unfortunately not in the works today. I actually called Rock. No, I didn't, but I'm 100% believing that's what they did, Matthew. And like I said, I think what they did was they bought the original jigs, started out by using them, and then reverse engineered them to produce their own version of the A1s. But good job, dude. I mean, you did the work. So many people on the internet would be like, no, I just know, even though they could take 2 seconds. So good for you, brother. Isn't the Shadow 2 a double action? You can get the Shadow 2 in single action only. They made one version of it. It's called the Black and Blue. So it looks like a standard CZ Shadow 2, but it basically has the Tactical Sports trigger system in it. Not sure you're allowed to do that in competition. No, you're not. If you can run like an Atlas or a Hayes Custom, those just don't have grip safeties. They're integrated into the backstrap of the grip module of the gun so that they just don't have grip safeties. If it has a safety, as I understand it, in competition, if the gun has a safety, it has to function correctly. So if it has an external manual safety, you have to use the external manual safety. If it has a grip safety, you cannot defeat it unless you use some kind of feature like a replacement grip module that removes it completely. But yeah, the single action does exist. Joe's lawyers just breathed a sigh of relief. Yeah, pretty much. The reason the tactical support guns in the trigger department is they're single action only. Yeah, no, look it up. Yeah, that's exactly I had to, man. I was looking forward to that shout out and follow. Hey, Matthew. All right, I did promise him that. For those of you guys that haven't been over there, do me a favor. Matthew Schuler was very polite when he mentioned something that I disagreed with. I was vehement at first. I walked that back. I apologized to Matthew. He accepted my apology because I was a dumbass, and he did the work to prove what he was saying was true. So if you got a second, click on his name, go to his channel, and subscribe to him. There's my understanding as well. Yep. What do you think about the TH40? I've shot it. It shoots fine. The whole TH series is fine if you're looking for a budget hammer fired with a polymer grip on it. Yeah, it's fine. Definitely true. Where's the 25 cal? A good friend of mine decided he wanted it, and he now owns it. So not only that, but yesterday a follower on the channel came in and bought Big Dick McDick. All right, Matthew, I subscribe to you too. You are now allowed to go live because you have over 50 subs. Thank you, brother. Seriously, no problem, dude. Yeah, you just hit 50 subs too, so you can go live. You can start doing your own live streams, brother. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, so Big Dick McDick. No, Big Dick is gone, dude. Really cool dude. He's been watching my shit for a long time. He brought me a bunch of video game stuff, and we did a trade. And yeah, so we did a trade, and he got me Big Dick McDick. You ship to any and all FFL. Also, I sub. Yes, MC, I can. Any FFL in the system. And Stone, I'm set up as a distributor now, supposedly. Or as an FFL with Palmetto, supposedly. They said it could take 24 to 48 hours. I only have W subs. They're a lot of work. Well, dude, that's amazing. Holy crap, I know that's small stuff, but huge stepping stone for me. No, 100%, Matthew. number one, just keep doing you, keep being respectful, and just plug away, man. You'll grow. Took me 8 years to get here because I'm not willing to suck the butthole of companies. So, subbed then blocked. You're a funny mean guy. Ruger EC9. Oh, the Ruger EC9. I have shot the EC9. I don't like micro or subcompact 9s. They're not my style, but people run them and still carry them. So you do you, brother. Can you get me a Mossberg Patriot 6? I'll have to look it up and then I can send you some messages. It's been a long freaking 8 years too. Yep, feels like you've been here every second of it, man. Hey, you know what though, McManus? To be fair, having you and Stone in my life has literally only felt like 10 minutes. Underwater. Hey, Sarah, what's going on? You checked out your website. Thank you. So, yeah, it's still in its infancy. Are my eyes scared of each other? Hell no, dude. They just believe in social distancing. I've only been here a year, I think. It's a really good website for firearms. Thank you, Sarah. I appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you. Hey, Stone, I bet we can hold them underwater for 10 minutes and see what happens. You're going to be really, really, really angry when I come up green. You know, because I'm yellow and you turn blue when you drown. So I would actually turn green. And not from Oedipus here. I'm such a dumbass. Same, I think. Yep. Email you later. All right. 10 minutes underwater. Haha, roof. I actually didn't see that coming. Thank you. You're green now. Don't remind me. I missed the racism there. Well played. You're welcome. Come on. Give me some credit. Not only was I self-deprecating, but I was this thing. Brain thing. I don't know what to do with my hands. What kind of gun do you have at the very top of your firearm wall behind you? It's a kind of a cool thing, Sarah. It's technically not even a firearm. It's a top break single shot 37 millimeter signal launcher. So the 37 millimeter signal launcher has been in military service for a long time. It's different from a 40 millimeter grenade launcher, even though it does function basically the same. It fires 37 millimeter casings, and it does not need to be registered. It's not considered a firearm. And the one that I got, they're sending me reusable shells and hulls, so that'll be cool. It's a bloop tube. I call it my bloop tube. You don't know how Stone feels about those people. You mean white people? Do I have a 357 Magnum? Yes, I have a Ruger GP100 personally and an SP101 because I have a single double, which is the GP100, and a double action only. I also have, ow, what the hell? Something bit me. I didn't even pay her that much. But yes, I do have that. I also have the EAA Windicator, which is, or Vindicator, however you want to pronounce it. But I have the Windicator and 357 Magnum as well. I was asking because I bought one for my wife. Oh, no, dude. I've heard good things about them. The Ruger EC9, they're good for self-defense. It's a plan I'm not wishing to go viral, but praying the work I've been putting in, the bullets I shoot, doing to take me somewhere one day. Thanks again. And everyone that subbed. Absolutely, dude. Just, you know, like I said, just be consistent, be cool, be a good dude, and you'll grow. What's your favorite gun? 1911s are always my favorite gun. Stone sounds like he loves a Glock with a Goliath mag and a fun switch. He doesn't even own a Glock. I gotta make him. Technically, I do have a 45 Colt, Sarah. I have the Smith & Wesson 460 XVR, which is the 460 Smith & Wesson Magnum revolver, but it's capable of firing any rimmed 45 cartridge. So I can fire a 45 long Colt, 45 auto, or 45 rimmed. I can fire 454 Casull, 460 Smith & Wesson Magnum. So any 45 rimmed cartridge I can shoot out of it. Must-haves in the gun collections, just starting with the 1911 and 5906 so far. So electric, if you want to be considered a true enthusiast, you have to get a Glock at some point. Whether or not you keep it, that's fine, but you have to own a Glock or have owned a Glock. The 1911 is great, 5906 is great. You should have a revolver at some point, even if you don't keep it. Revolver and and shotgun and rifle. You just need a little bit of everything. I love fucking with minorities so much, I married an Asian. No, I'll be honest. You married her because she's short. Night, fellas. Thanks for the info tonight about the bands and such. Your contact info on the website. Yes, WinCityArmory.com, or you just email me at WinCityArmory@gmail.com. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Cool. Eric has been banned. Lol. Ha! You mean you were groomed by an Asian? Lol. Does it have to be a Glock brand Glock? Yeah, you do have to. Even if you just buy it and sell it the next day, it does have to be a Glock. So you can have a Glock, but that's not a Glock. So you need a Glock so that you can bitch about it. It's kind of like if you want to bitch about politicians, you have to vote. Doesn't matter what you vote for, but you have to go in and vote. So that's the way I believe it. He married her because she's fun size like the Glock. Lols. So me owning 3 AK, 2 AR, 1 revolver, 1 1911 P320 doesn't make me a gun guy. Damn. It makes you a gun guy who's missing just the little bit. Now, like I just finished explaining, Daryl, you are a gun guy, but you're not allowed to talk about Glock because you don't own a Glock. You've never owned a Glock. If you've owned a Glock at any point, you're in. But if you don't own a Glock, you're not allowed to shit on Glocks. I can shit on Glocks until I'm blue in the face or green. Or actually, when it's yellow and red, that becomes brownish. Because you can do the spinning thing. Lol. Thank you for the information. No problem. My dad a few years ago gave me his pistol Beretta M1951 with Saddam Hussein picture on it. That's crazy, Ibrahim. Yeah, but you're a poor gun guy. 3 AKs. Oh, not to throw shade, but I bet you he probably overpaid for them. Guess I'll have to go out and get a rose gold 43X then. Win City Armory. Benelli M4 in 2025, yay or nay? If you're not worried about budget, absolutely. If you want to go a little bit cheaper, Beretta 1301 or A300, Beretta owns Benelli, or Mossberg 930 Tactical, which is my personal choice. You can probably find one cheap used. If groomed means licked. Wow. Mrs. Stone, we are so sorry for everything your husband is willingly saying about you that is technically a compliment. All my AKs paid less than $500 for each of them. Yeah. Well, then you bought good. And I'm fucking with you. I like the AKs. I don't love them, but I like AKs. McManus just thinks they're poor people trash. Although you paying less than $500 each kind of makes it poor people trash. That's what a Capri Sun looks like. Tempted by the SAR B6C on PSA. Dude, for under $200, you should just buy it, dude. Plan on going half with the guy buying a Glock 18. Does that count? Not until we get it. This is just Weiler's sugar-free fruit punch. Why the 18? Because it's a full auto Glock that my store can buy and have as a dealer sample. Take it easy on the baby bottle. Dude, that's the definition of sucking a golf ball through a garden hose right there, buddy. Nobody wants a blowjob like that. Where have you been? Yesterday, I was working. The night before that, I was working a corner down in Old Town. The day before that, I was masturbating. And on that note, thank you, Gerson, for sending me the review sample 2311 Match X, and thank you, Ordnance Group, for sending me your launchers. Would you ever get a lever action AR? Absolutely. I want one of the Bond Arms ones, but they're freaking going to be, what, $2,000? I'm not spending $2,000 on one. The silence is loud. You got to be like me, man. You got to be like He-Man, dude. All the noises going on inside the cabeza right now. You need to stop. All of it. Nah, I don't think I will. We stopped you, though. Ha! Just joined. What the hell was the context? It's called Free Word Association. My brain goes where it wants to go. Speaking of going, I have to poop. Man, I am sweating and it's only like 65 degrees in here. I am getting off here in a second. Optics on shotguns? If so, any recommendations? Something with a large circle, like a reticle with a circle, and make sure it's rated for it. Masturbating, though, is crazy. Everybody does it, dude. There's nothing wrong with it. It's called self-love. Yeah, just random shit we talk about. Pretty much. Quality pistol dot works good, honestly, yeah. Is that a TAC 79 37mm launcher? Good eye. Yes, it is the TAC 79 from Ordnance Group. They also sent me the D. That's right. Somebody else gave me the D. That does not sound good for me. They sent me the underbarrel launcher as well. They sent me the hard 9 inches. That still doesn't sound right. They sent me the hard black 9-inch underbarrel. I want the underbarrel one. Man, everybody's wanting my stuff, man. Yeah, I mean, everyone has to play the old skin flute once in a while. Dude, if you don't 5-knuckle shuffle, which is really weird, but it does work, be careful. Code to the safe. This key. You never attached the underbarrel to the one standalone one. No, because I put the foregrip on it. So I was thinking I'd put it upside down on top, though. Go and poop, but don't take us with you. No, I'm going to go here in a minute. I'm ending the live stream in a minute just because I'm not feeling good. Speaking of AKs and pores, we must have summoned him. Lol. A15. Thoughts on the Colt 45 1911? The newer ones, it's still to be seen ever since CZ bought them. Hopefully they'll improve their quality. I have high hopes. Let's cut for the keys. Round. I can tell you're wasting your time. Is empathy. It's nothing but a gun locker. Hopefully CZ doesn't. No, CZ, hopefully they will implement good quality control and better executives in the company. Have a good night, brother. See you till next time. Awesome. Bro, you're doing it right after this. Just remember, don't do it angry. And don't squeeze too hard. No, bro, Ramadan. Oh. Take it easy, man. Thanks a lot, live. Thank you guys for coming. I'm going to turn you around so you can see your chats. It's kind of like chatception for the last few seconds. So let's see. Just bought a compact dagger 9mm the other day. Definitely check it out. I have checked it out. They are okay. Damn, ruined the mystique. There could have been anything in there. Oh, I didn't show you the bottom of it, so you'll be fine. Kids, you have a wonderful night. Thank you guys so much for all the likes and the love and the stuff. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. All that fun. Think of me while you do it. I'm already done then. I will talk to you guys later. Hey, Mom. See, you saw your own comment in a live stream. This is it, man. This is how you get to be famous. Do I like to fight Chalk Mike? I love to